thank you everyone for coming. My name is Lauren Megaw, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about Reyna Silver. We're a junior exploration company, obviously focused in silver, and our goal is to go for high-grade district scale. And as always, we're talking about junior mining companies, so it's important to do your research. The focus for Reyna Silver is to look for projects that have the chance to be high margin, meaning at your worst market conditions that you can imagine, they're still going to survive, and they have a big enough mine life, they're a big enough deposit that you can get multiple market cycles and catch those ups as well. And to do that, you need to have the right assets. You need to have projects that have the chance to be big. They have to have the chance to be high grade. And then you have to have the team that actually can execute a district scale exploration program. You have to have the support of your investors that believe in the idea that you have and are willing to get behind you. And you have to have that funding so that you can get those drill rigs going and you can discover the next big thing. At Reyna Silver, we have 3 projects: Gigi, Botapilas, and Medicine Springs. Gigi and Botapilas both came from Mag Silver. These were part of the original IPO. If you're familiar with that story, you have a little bit of idea of what that means. The third project Mag Silver had was Juanicipio, which is about to go into production as one of the highest grade, largest silver mines in the world. We've replaced Juanicipio with Medicine Springs up in Nevada. Gigi is at the heart of the Santa Eulalia district, which is one of the world's largest carbonate replacement deposits. We'll go into that a little bit more later. And the question there is, if you have a district that produced 500 million ounces of silver in just the distal portion of the CRD continuum, where's the other half? That's what we're looking for at Gigi, and we've been drilling there for about the last year. Botapilas is the highest grade silver district in Mexico. It was a native silver deposit, and our question there is how much bigger this thing can be. We went up into a new area and we found gold. So we'll talk about that too. And then our third project is Medicine Springs. This is in Nevada, and unlike Gigi, where we've got 500 million ounces of silver that has already been produced, at Medicine Springs, we think that we have the full carbonate replacement deposit continuum. And we'll be drilling there at the end of the summer and beginning of the fall. So we have world-class technical advisors. We've got Doug Kerwin, who is famous for his discoveries in Mongolia. And then we also have Dr. Peter Megaw, who, caveat, he is my father. And he is the co-founder of Mag Silver, as well as the team that was behind a lot of these discoveries alongside my father. So René Ramirez was part of the team that discovered Juanicipio and Platosa, and Manuel Ruiz, who was part of the discoveries at Cinco de Mayo. On top of that, we have our CEO, Jorge Ramiro Monroy, and he has a great ability to go out and raise money so that we have the possibility to have our exploration team execute on a true district scale exploration program. So to get into some of our projects, in Chihuahua, we have Botapilas. This is the native silver district. Historically, it produced 300 million ounces of silver. The ore bodies were 75% silver. They're like these Brillo pads of silver. That is 1 month's production of silver in 1906. Each one of those bars is 25 kilos, 1 month producing 350,000 ounces of silver. And what the miners would do is they would chase these little skinny veins that would balloon out to be 3 to 5 meters across, 30 to 80 meters on strike, and they would chase them from surface down. In the 1850s, they got smart about it, came in and dug a tunnel underneath, expecting to work their way up. It kept going down. They put in a hydroelectric dam. And then the revolutionaries bombed that because that's a great way to really hurt people's bottom lines in the colonial government. The longest and deepest mine was about 700 meters. Now our question at Botapilas is, how much bigger can this system get? So we know that the southern portion of the district has high-grade native silver. We projected those veins up into the northeast. followed them, did a trenching program that came back with samples running 305 grams to 42 kilo silver. And also, for the first time in this area, we found gold. So we followed this up with drilling, and what was developed is we have a gold zone up in the northeast. And when we say gold, we mean we're running into samples that are, and we've done metallic screen assays, so we know these are the numbers we're running into, of 36 grams per ton gold, as well as a zone that's over 3.5 meters at 8 and over 8 grams per ton gold. So this is a different style of mineralization, unlike what we see with the native silver, probably related to two different mineralizing centers. But one of the exciting things from an exploration standpoint is that they overlap in the middle. They're using the same plumbing. They're not in the same place within the plumbing. But what this allows us to do is leverage this new gold mineralization to find more silver and vice versa. And because of this, we're doing geophysics. We're doing a big structural survey because we want to figure out how to diligently and apply our remaining 10,000 meters on this drilling campaign and figure out how we can use these two to find more of each. You can't tell I'm pretty excited about this. That's the Naval Silver mineralization on the left. That's what the gold mineralization looks like on the right. And our other two projects are what are referred to as carbonate replacement deposits. This is what my father, Peter Megaw, is famous for in terms of his studies. Gigi is actually at the heart of the Santa Eulalia district, and the idea here is how big these things can get. What's important, and if you guys want to talk about CRDs, I will happily talk to you about them later, but what's important is these are continuous zone systems. We have a bunch of research that we've done on these, and what we can actually do now is we can leverage those to find more of the rest of them. The historic part of the Santa Eulalia district, it was all in this distal portion. Our question is, where's the other half of this mineralization? So we are underneath cover in the Gigi project. We're looking for the source. You can think of it as sort of the bus terminal, and our question is, if you can find the bus terminal, not only do you have this corona of more voluminous mineralization that surrounds that, but you also have the possibility for finding additional routes out from mineralization. So what we did is at hole 28, we ran into an intrusive that had never been seen before. It's been replaced by mineralization from the source mineralizing. And what we did is, because we're district scale explorers, we went 650, 770, and over 1 kilometer out. 4 of these holes actually intersected additional skarn mineralization. We have a 50-hectare footprint, as well as, for the first time, we've run into these feeder-bleeder structures up higher, 350 to 750 meters above that skarn mineralization. And these are what historically have been used in CRDs to track back to those high-grade sulfide minerals. And our other project in Nevada is also a CRD. Medicine Springs checks 10 out of the 13 boxes that we look for when we're looking for high-grade, district-scale, major deposits. This checklist was developed through exploration at places like Cinco de Mayo, as well as studies of important, significant districts. And one of the reasons why we can check these off is because there's these ripping northeast structures called jasperoids. And they're sort of the exhaust, the last little gasp of the system, but they give us a window to peek into what's below. They're the high-level leakage structures. So we did a study on these. And what came out is what my father considers one of the best CRD studies, or CRD jasperoid studies he's ever seen, because we see beautiful copper, lead, zinc, silver mineralizing zonation. Our silver numbers came back everywhere from 400 to over 1,000 grams per ton silver. I am really excited to be drilling on this at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall. If you want to talk, I am happy to do so. And on top of that, we've got a market cap of 100 million shares outstanding, and we have strong institutional support. And the reason for that is because people look at the team, they look at the projects, and they want to get in on the front side on this because they saw what happened with MAG, and they're hoping that Reyna will be the daughter. So we'll be drilling at all 3 projects this year. We're doing geophysics, we're doing our homework, and come talk to me. I will talk your ear off. Let me know if you want to know or if you want to know. So I will turn it on over to the next guy.